Hello, welcome back to my channel and thanks for watching. Uh, just doing my weekly live stream, just trying to stay consistent and get back into making some more regular content. So, just for this stream, next week being Christmas Boxing Day, don't know if I will get to go live, but I will try my best to. I'm doing a last pickup of the year. We have some background. Just 1 second.
So,
How you going, buddy?
not too bad, mate. What are you up to? What day is this? A
Uh,
Thursday? Oh, it's Thursday. I didn't even
yeah.
realize.
So just trying to be consistent. Keep doing my stream weekly.
Nice.
And I got an early Christmas present that I was told I was allowed to open. So figured I'd do that. And then I was just going to do my biggest pickups of the year, my main pickups, because I wasn't sure if anyone was going to join. So,
I was about to say something, but I can't remember.
How was
you streamed last Thursday, yeah?
Yeah.
So last Thursday, I was supposed to do a podcast with Mark. You know, usual time, 7:30, and at 7:15, I'm cooking dinner. When I remembered, I'm supposed to do my podcast with Mark. So we didn't do it because I forgot.
I thought so. I was looking to see because I thought you might be doing it, and then you didn't do it. So I figured I'd try and jump on. But I was a little bit all over the place last week. So
yeah. And we've decided, because obviously eventually we're going to do some guests every now and then on the podcast. Mark came up with an idea which would make you the first guest.
Me? Okay.
But we want to do, I said to him, after 5 episodes, we need to do at least 5 episodes, and then we'll bring in some guests from time to time. But he had a topic idea. I was like, oh, that's a good one. He goes, you should get Sean. I was like, that's a great idea. But we'll talk about it a bit later.
As long as you give me some notice on what it is.
No, I'm just going to invite you and then spring it on you.
How was Oz Comic Con?
Oz Comic Con or Melbourne Collectors Market? Or both?
I was going to ask you Oz Comic Con first.
Oz Comic Con, me and Sarah were so broke. We literally showed up, did the video, and left. I didn't even look through the whole place. I literally just did. And Sarah wasn't feeling well as well that day. So we literally rocked up, got the video done, and then pretty much left by midday or just after midday. I literally didn't even check out the whole place. The collector's market was pretty good. The video, I don't know. It might have happened maybe once or twice before, but maybe not. It's like my first video that's hit 1,000 views in like the one day. Like that never happens. And it might have happened one other time, maybe, or 2 other times, but very rarely, if not ever, that happens. So pretty stoked.
Okay. And good solid views, or just
like over a K in a day is, a good day out for me.
But I mean, like they watching a good chunk of the video, or is it?
I mean, it is a pretty long video, so it's kind of like the standard, 10 minutes out of a half an hour video, which is pretty standard, really. Yeah. For most of like 2025, it's like 7-8 minutes. 7+ is normally pretty good. So, hey, Kenneth. What's up, Kenneth?
Yeah, well, as long as you're getting a decent chunk watched.
Well, I've gained, I think, 13 or 14 subscribers in a day, which is, again, not something that happens too often. No, I just jumped another two so I just jumped another 2 subscribers since I last refreshed it, like 20-30 minutes ago. So it's like almost 20 subscribers in a day is a good day out.
It is. That's good. But so the actual show was crap, not
No, it was good. No, it was really good. What are you doing? Trying to get me in trouble? No, it was really good. I was a little bit worried at the beginning because he posted a photo while everyone was setting up, and obviously it must have been early. I didn't realize because there was a lot of table space that wasn't being used. There was a lot of space. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it looks like it's a lot smaller. And also I heard there were two sellers there that I'd spoken to before the event, and they both said that they were on the waiting list, but they ended up getting a table. Like I found out like a day or two before the event that they got a table. So I was like, oh, I wonder if he was struggling for people. But then I got there and it was packed. Yeah, it was really good. It was like the other one, like you know how the big one with the two basketball courts.
Yeah.
You know the one on the right is normally not as full as the one on the left.
Yeah.
It was like the one on the left is normal, but if not, it might have been more packed than the left one normally is when they've got both basketball courts. So
Okay.
it was really busy and a really good day out.
I wanted to come, but I had just too much stuff to do at home, so I'm trying to get everything done while I can.
You know who had a table there?
Who?
Go figure.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen they posted. He's
Yeah.
starting to do more events now.
I freaked out. I had a chat to him. I was like, holy shit, I've never seen you at a toy fair. And he goes, yeah, this is the first time in 20 years he said that he'd done a toy fair.
Yeah, he started doing like Oz Comic Con and Nova and stuff. So, oh well, he's got to get his name back out there.
Yeah. And he said he had a good day. So anyway, are we opening Christmas presents? What's going on? What are we,
so
doing?
it's nothing big, but it's a
Pop culture.
pop culture thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What's up, Werewolf?
how you going, Werewolf?
This is much better, by the way, with no headphones and robot Sean.
Yeah. So the headphones make noise too, do they?
Well, whatever it was last time, that issue you had was
Yeah,
not
it's
a
the
good issue to have.
microphone.
I went to the pop culture store at Docklands last weekend.
Pop culture store at Docklands. What pop culture store?
So they've got a store at the Docklands now.
As in actual pop culture.
Yeah. I believe it's a pop-up because when I knew about it like weeks ago, and then I wasn't sure if it was permanent or a pop-up. Some people have told me it's a pop-up, but when I looked at it, I was like, it doesn't look like it's a pop-up. It looks like it's in a corner store. All the walls on the outside are all painted up, pop culture and all that. So no.
Yeah, it's probably a pop-up store, but they're trying to convince them to stay, so they would have spent some money to make it look pretty for us.
Yeah, so I've got that video. So I went to the Ninja Turtles Expo and did pop culture in the same day and just did them as two separate videos.
Oh, I didn't know pop culture were having a pop-up store there. So,
but yeah, it's all happening at Docklands, mate.
Yeah, it's getting bigger. They got to do something because the place is dying.
It's always been dead. Like, so when they first opened, like what, 15 years ago or something, everyone was like always joking about how much of a ghost town it was. It's still pretty dead. Like, it was probably the busiest I'd seen it, but that wasn't very busy.
Yeah, okay.
And they've also got a Toy World there that has half price off store wide.
All right. Toy World or Toy Mate?
Toy World. Not Toy World.
Okay.
Is this original art you're about to show us, or is it a print, or what's going on here?
It's an art print. I'll find the details again for it because I can't remember if it's an original. It's not an original, but it's a original print. So it's.
Oh, that's cool. Oh.
It's X-Men past and present.
Very cool.
Print. So obviously I'll find a frame and get this put up. But yeah, figured I've been getting more and more into art recently. So when
you've always been into art though.
Yeah, but not to the extreme that like I have been lately. I've been looking more at art lately than I have been books and stuff. So
sketch covers, baby. That's what I want. Although I'd like to have a couple more A3 pieces for my folio, which hasn't had any new material in there for a few years.
Yeah, like last week I actually started sorting through just because I forgot half the shit I've got. So I've got like 6 original pages now and some original prints and stuff. So be cool to add that one into it. But let's find the details of it, because I know it was something special when I pop culture. It was, I think, an Alex, not Alex, if not Alex Ross, someone. Oh, what's his name? Come on, load up. But give this a chance to load up. And I got my stack of my big pickups for the year.
This was my best year for sure, I think, as far as pickups go.
Mine too. Well, depends on what metric you're measuring the pickups, but
Well, I got 3 books this year that I never thought I'd have.
so it is a George Calatostodas, Caltsoudas.
Mm-hmm.
We got another person backstage, Adam. So no, I got. So I don't know if you can see the name. 1 second.
I don't know that artist's name. Where are you reporting from, Dave?
Sydney.
Sydney. I just watched your Taipei, was it?
Taipei, Taiwan, yeah.
I just watched that video like 20 minutes ago. Good stuff. I was blown away, actually, to be honest. I was like, what? Wait, well, it was in Taiwan, right? Taiwan's not China, is it? They're 2 different places, right?
Yeah.
Taiwan is its own independent, like semi-independent.
I just not somewhere that I would expect to see that sort of stuff.
No, and they do have a comic scene that they have their own material too. But yeah, trying to find that, and they were pricey, those books. So that's why I ended up not buying anything.
I was going to say, because I was going to ask in the comments, but I actually forgot now. Is there such thing? I don't think there is, as a Chinese price variant.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I'd imagine they'd be like us, but even probably more hardcore. Because you know how like key books here are more expensive because there's just not as many of them as there are in the US, right? Yeah. I'd imagine China, that'd be like even crazier to have like some sort of key.
I just don't think they got Western comic. Like literally, it was
they were
one
like
stop.
Decades behind. Because I remember watching a documentary about their music scene, and I remember it was like 10, like they'd get all this like music imported into the country, but it'd be like music from 10 years, like they'd be like 10 years behind constantly. Yeah. So maybe comics are the same.
I feel naked because you've all got your like amazing plays behind you now.
You're tuning in from different places all the time now. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I need like a pop-up
novelty now. Where's Dave?
Yeah. A pop-up screen.
Pop-up screen, the blue screen of my studio.
Should be a game. Where on earth is still only 35 cents?
Yeah, exactly. That's actually, there should be a quiz. Like, where's Wally?
Well, I'm going to go through my pickups for the year, my main pickups. So,
man, a lot of my good pickups as well are still at Bubs. Like every year I get Bubs to send me the box, but just I've been so broke the last 2 months that I just haven't hit him up. And there's one more thing I want to get before, like, sent to Bubs before he sends me the book, before he sends me my box. But that means it's been a whole year without me getting a box from him, which sucks.
Yeah, you got your full-time job now. You got to start thing.
You're putting money aside. That's the problem, mate.
Oh, cow! Did you buy that? No way.
No, that's the acetate. Acetate.
I know. That's my point. I'm like, that's the. I'd be like, what? How much did you pay? Just do you mind asking?
About $80 because I got it with a bunch of other books.
I'd love to see you submit that to CGC just to see what would happen.
Would they write acetate gate on the label?
Well, they give it a green label now, I think.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I don't
Uh,
know. That book did my head in. You know
I
the
know.
story behind. You know the full story behind it, right?
Yeah, I was
I
there.
got bits and pieces. I know that they were selling it for more than they were meant to, and
If like it was drama before drama became the cool thing.
It was, yeah. Like, lock up your wives.
What's
hey,
going on?
old wolf,
Lock up your wives for sure.
if you want, old wolf, you're more than welcome to jump on the stream. The links in the
Mate,
comments.
Clayton Crane. So it's actually funny because I've got a Clayton Crane commission. I've got one
Really?
piece. Yeah, I've got one commission that I had from him.
Did he
Back in
do
the day,
the infinity signature?
no, I've got a full sketch cover done by him of Adam Warlock, which I haven't shared with Izzy yet, which Izzy needs to see because I know how much Izzy and I are massive Warlock fans, right? And I haven't shared it with Izzy yet. And I know as soon as Izzy sees it, he'll go, he'll be like, not, want to have it because it is such a good one.
Hey Ben,
Hey, Ben. But yeah, he would like be going, oh, I need that. But I had that like 4 or 5 years before Acetate Gate. And I was like, I got offered so much money for that cover by a guy that was collecting all Clayton Cranes, like original commissions. I think it was like he offered me $2,000. I think I only paid what 300 at the time. Back when he was like, he was not popular when he just started and he was still doing sketches at that point. And then when this whole acetate thing went off, I was like, oh, should I have sold it? Like, I'm not really like. It sort of turned me off Clayton Crane's work because of what actually happened.
yeah, it's something that was popular for that 10 minutes.
No,
Did,
the problem.
No, but look, listen, mate. The wife is partly to blame too, mate. You can't just blame Clayton.
No, I know, but the thing that was funny was like this whole like. It was a drama. It was almost like a drama squared, right?
yeah,
It was next level.
The acetate was the drama. The actual then the queuing and all the sort of influences
kept
trying to
going.
get the books. And then there was this whole like, oh, my wife's run away with Clayton thing. It was like, oh my God, this is. I remember Brian doing at the awards show, and I remember like going, that's a bit close to the bone when he was like, because he talked about drama in that section, which Razor took offense to. And the bit that because I didn't pick up on the Razor thing at all, but I did pick up on the early stuff about like acetate gate and things. And I was like, oh, that's a bit close to the bone there.
Mate, all we can do is laugh about things. What can you do?
Just don't do stupid stuff is why.
and keep showing more books.
Oh, this guy.
Look at that.
You want to swap my copy for that? Because that your copy doesn't have a nice piece of tape down the spine like mine does.
Yeah, but his has got chipping.
Chunks.
Yeah, okay. Well, I also paid $15 for my copy, I think.
And yours is yours faded like that? That's faded.
No, mine looks very similar to that, actually. It doesn't have the missing bit of the page, but there's a big bit of clear tape running down the spine. But I couldn't believe that I won that in an auction.
No, go back, Sean. Before you move, what's the key significance in that book? I don't, because I'm not a DC guy.
First mirror.
It's the first mirror, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. Beautiful. Look at it.
Mm. Did you know that they were the first couple that got married in comic books?
Really?
Yep. Found that out the other day.
Doctor Strange.
Very good.
Just a cool cover. Alright, give me 1 second. Now getting into the more bigger books. So
Where'd you get these from?
Most of them are from Heroes, but books I picked up this year.
This is the best of 2024.
This is your year in review.
Yeah, in a way. Just quick pickups, the bigger books I picked up. So obviously first Full Defenders, Marvel Feature 1.
Yep. I don't have that book yet.
Incredible Iron Man.
You got that from Heroes, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First book I bought.
The real one.
The first real appearance, unless you count Foom number 2.
So this is the one I was telling you about last time.
Oh yeah.
So
What do you reckon? Let's have a look at the spine of that. Oh yeah. Look at that. Serenko signed too. Mate, that's not bad looking book at all, is it?
Looks great.
Jeez. What do you reckon? I reckon. Would you take it out or not?
me, not today.
You're getting the Mylar effect.
My hands are. I've been working on a car engine, so
Oh
I
yeah.
don't wanna
Mate, that
risk-
looks in good nick. I'd almost like just from looking at it there. There's no spine ticks on that, is there?
There's two little ones, but it's got a bit of spine roll.
Right. On those books, it's expected.
Yeah.
Did you get that signed by Serenko when you were there, or?
Yeah. So I bought it, and literally I got Stranko to sign it at like 4:30 on the Sunday, when I was waiting for my books from CGC.
And you didn't manhandle it?
No, but he saw that I was pissed because he was talking to the one guy for about 45 minutes and just
really?
kept going, and everyone in the line was getting shitty at him, and he saw. So when I gave it to him, he put it straight down on the table, signed it, and gave it back to me.
Did he not talk to you?
Oh, he talked to me, but like 2 seconds, and that's it.
Right.
But he remembered that he talked to me before, because that was the second time I'd been in his line
Oh, right.
thing. So, but then I think these are the two biggest books, probably two of the biggest books I own.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Love that book. That cover's just beautiful.
Very iconic cover. So when
Dave, you know Mark from Big City Comics, he had the is it Murray that did that one? He just had it sitting upstairs randomly on one of his shelves, and I was like, "Hey, you doing anything with that?" And he wouldn't sell it to me. And then guess who bought it off him?
Sean?
No.
Who bought it?
Yeah, Neville bought it.
Neville bought it for him?
Yeah.
How much was it?
I don't know, but I wouldn't have probably paid as much as Neville.
That's a nice copy too.
Yeah, my biggest book, probably one of the biggest books I own, and biggest pickup of the year.
And where was that one from, Sean?
That was from a comic book shop in Toronto.
Oh,
Yeah, so
you paid in Canadian shekels.
Yep, and actually got it cheaper than what I seen in the States at Heroes.
No, Heroes is good, but they've got to pay for the stalls, right?
Yeah, but like you said last time, the big books is where they try to make their money. You're better off getting the smaller stuff and looking through boxes and finding stuff than you are just looking at wall books.
Yeah, that's true.
Wall books should come back for in the last 10 minutes before everyone closes for the weekend, right?
Although, go on, Sean, you go.
I was going to say, like, I did that with one seller. One seller in the last, 2 hours had, I think it was 40% off all his books.
40.
Oh, really?
And I ended up buying, 13, 14 books off him, and all key books, but all, minor key books.
40% off.
I ended up getting 2 first appearances of Iron Fist. The Mirror book was from him, and a whole bunch of others. And yeah, pretty much half price.
40% off sounds like, if you're doing that at the end of the show, that sounds like you want to get out of the game.
No, it's more they haven't covered their costs.
Oh,
That's
okay.
more,
Yeah,
No,
more
they're
they,
like, you're right.
they
They,
don't
you
want
know,
to take as much home with them.
yeah, but
I don't
what's
think it's that. I don't think it's
what's
that.
another 20
Because
books going to do?
also, 14 books is not going to like dint at 17
I
long
bought 14 books. There was other people buying books. I would say
Yeah.
they probably sold 200-300 books.
Yeah,
in
but
that
seriously, that's like
basket.
2 long boxes, right? So that's the thing. If you've got a booth at Heroes Con, like that's more about getting the money than it is about actually clearing like volume. Because they probably like were what I like I don't know. I don't know how much it costs for a table. Like Rob would know, but
No, I don't. I can't see it being more than what we would get charged for a show here.
Yeah, but what kind of show here?
no,
Like,
mate. Seriously, Simon and I know it's $50 to like get a
No.
table.
No, like
I'm
Comic Con.
talking like
Well,
Oz Comic
Comic Con
Con.
is not that much.
Comic Con is about $2,000.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
mate. It's probably more than that at a big con like Heroes.
I wouldn't think so. You got to look at the amount of what do you call it, stalls they have there compared to a show here.
Yeah, but the thing you got to think about is how much. So, the show you get here, right? You're going to get what 200-300 people, right? But at
Maybe
a
more
show
than
like
that.
Heroes, you've literally got captive audience that they're coming to buy those books. They're looking for deals. So the only competition you've got are other dealers.
Yeah,
Well-
I've never looked into it to say I know, but you would think a stall would be around 2 to 3 grand. I would think. I
Yeah.
think the biggest thing for them is not the actual stall at the show; it's getting to the show, especially if they're not local.
We should put it out to chat. Is chat on? Is chat? Who we got in the chat?
Yeah.
Old Wolf will know.
We got all the wolves. We got Old Wolf, Werewolf, Ben Compton Wolf.
Yeah, we should get the Wolves to ask. Like,
Well,
how much?
for starters, werewolves like you,
How much is a booth
kind of
cost?
Aussie. What?
So, because like, what do you call it? Supernova here for a 3x6 is around 2,200.
Mate, so I couldn't make that stack up. There's not enough foot traffic. Like you're actually better off doing a Billy show.
Oh, hell yeah.
No,
Absolutely.
Oh, well,
no.
You
it
get
depends.
more dedicated
the
buyers.
show on steroids is
But
what Heroes is.
you're talking for comics.
Yes.
So for like me, it's better for me to do Nova.
Well, if you've got a multitude of different products, if you're selling squashy mellows like me and like Simon.
Hey, those squashy mellows.
Exactly.
But I don't sell stuff like that. But it's more like, so for comic books, yeah, you're better off doing a smaller show. But
Yeah.
for pop cultured items, you're better off doing a Nova.
Did you
There's
sell the
more
alien gun in the end?
No, I haven't even done anything with
It's
it.
going to sell it to me eventually. It's going to sit there gathering dust, and I'll make him an offer.
Yeah, I'll give Simon a payment.
Under market value.
Oh no! Look, what he paid for it was like, if I was loaded, I probably would have taken it for that price too. And not only that, he did a deal with him, so he technically got it cheaper.
I get my tables from IKEA too. So,
The person to ask would be like DJ Lynx and Legion and stuff, because they had a table there, right?
At Heroes.
Yeah, they had the Comics Curing Cancer booth.
I think they would. Yeah, it would be, yeah. I think they got that. They would have got that at a discount because they would have had a different rate because it's a charity table, so it would have been probably a lot less.
Yeah, they can't. They're not physically making any money from it.
It's all charity.
So,
is that all your books?
Is that
they're
it?
all big books. I'm not going to show every book. I've
Why
already.
not?
Okay.
Why not? Because they're already away, and I've
Stuff
done what?
put away.
Yeah,
Okay.
in my drawers. I'd
Okay.
have to go looking for each one to find.
My pickup of the year was that book there,
Which one?
my Batman
Batman
Adventures
Adventures.
12.
Oh yes,
Then
yes.
I would
Harley's.
say my Something's Killing the Children issue 5. That was an AOK from Unruly Simeon. And then probably my Crow third print.
Yes.
That was a
Yes.
good pickup. But yeah, this year's been really good. And again, if I had my box from Bub come this year, like most of the books that were on my hit list for this year, I got a lot of them in that, I think anyway. I didn't even remember. The thing I love about getting the box from Bub is I only get it once a year. So I've forgotten what I've bought for the year.
Yeah.
And got sent to him. But I'm trying to get them before he sends it to me. I want to get, the aliens figures I collect, the vintage ones. They all used to come with like a little mini. That wasn't a thumbs up. They all used to come with a mini comic book.
Yep.
And I'm so spewing, man. There was a guy selling a lot of like 9 of them for like, it was like $90 or $100, and I missed out. Like I was watching it, and I went to buy it like a few days later, and it was gone. So I found another seller selling like 6 of them, and then so I'm gonna buy like a bunch of them first, get them sent to him, and then I'll get him to send it over. So it'll probably be early in the new year.
I think that's a video idea. The ones that got away.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
because I have had so many experiences like that, and then you go, "Oh, this."
Well, I just released a reel from the last podcast that I did with Mark. I released a reel on Instagram about the one that got away, which was Something's Killing the Children issue 5, because I saw it at Big City Comics when it was literally coming out. So Something's Killing the Children was only up to issue 5. You know how that was a hot title for like a solid year and a half, right? Yeah. So issue 5 was the first time I ever saw the book. It was on the shelf. There was one left. I looked at it and I'm like, this looks really cool. But at the time, I didn't buy covers. I was a reader, and I didn't want to try to go back and try to find the first 4 issues just to read this issue 5. So I left it on the shelf. And then that book, for some reason, is like a $200, $300, $400 book, because the first, I think the first 7 or 8 issues are like real low print run. So they're all big dollars. And then Unruly Simeon AOK'd one to me this year. So but that was definitely.
I missed out. I picked up. I'm sort of sad about this, but I'm not sad about it. Money wise, I'm sad about it, but I don't like the cover. So I bought off the rack at the time, I think 2 copies of Edge of Spider-Verse #2. First Gwen Spider-Gwen.
Spider.
And I shit you not, there was like the variant there, and it was like what, $17. Like they'd priced it up, and it was just like, they were just pricing what a variant cover would cost. And I passed over it going, oh, I hate that art. I hate the art. Like, it's just not a good cover. Like the cover A is so much better.
Like, what was the variant?
Greg Land. It's I don't like it at all. And then my other regret is not a purchase regret; it's a sell regret. I bought Darth Vader #3. I bought a shit ton of cover A's, and I got 2 copies of the variant. Which I think is La Rocca. I think from memory, and it's got like her hanging from
that. That's the one that's worth more.
I know, and
because it's the one in 20. It's a 1 in 25, I think.
I had 2 of those, and I sold them both prior to the comic boom.
My one is, do you know Neville's X-Men #1, the blackout one?
Yeah, the one that's coloured in, or like, I can't remember what it like. Weird sort of.
Yeah, texted. I got offered that first, and I just couldn't bring myself to buy it because.
Come on, man! You don't really want that, though, do you? It's different when you're Neville and you got 5 other copies of that book. You don't want that fucking black piece of shit.
To have it, it would have been that my collection was finished, and then I would have upgraded.
Was it really though? You're like, how do I know that this is X-Men #1?
But
But
the
you know what
price,
they do with that book? And actually, I think Neville did something good with the Hulk 181 that was smashed to pieces. If you remember, like you got that
Yeah.
sketch on it,
the sketch
and
cover,
you turned it. I would have done something like that
That's
with that
cool.
X-Men one.
but the price I would have got that number that for then,
What
I
was it?
could have what
How much?
$1,000.
For the blackout.
Yeah,
See, I
Oh.
still think that's expensive.
No.
yeah,
fuck.
but now even at that, that's a 0.5, I would say.
Yeah, but
Graded.
what's the most important part of the cover if you're collecting something? You
Yeah,
want the
but
cover,
a
right?
0.5 I could have sold for a lot more now than what I paid for it.
I'm like, oh, that's-
I couldn't bring myself to buy it, but I got offered it first, and
So, actually, then that's a good point. Would you buy the girlfriend variant of the first Green Goblin, the angry girlfriend variant? Have you seen that?
no. Well,
Hang on.
oh, the one where she wrote all over the book.
Yeah,
Yeah, the one that it's been making the rounds. It seems
it's
to
going.
go.
And the irony of it is, it's going up in value. Hang on, let's find it.
Yeah,
Show us the picture. I've seen like the angry girlfriend toy variant, which is I think.
Oh, hang on. I'm
Yeah,
bringing it up now. Hang on, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share it with you. Here we go. Let's bring
And
it up.
Spidey wouldn't buy it.
hey, Spider.
But Spidey would buy it. He's low grade all day.
Hang on. Oh, is that the one? Yeah, here it is. Let's zoom in on it. Look at this thing.
Go to hell.
Hey, it gets better. Sorry, watch this.
Oh man.
I thought I never thought I'd be able to destroy something that meant so much to me. As far as I'm concerned, you're dead. It's so good. Look at it. They've absolutely killed it. And they got it graded. It's a 1.8. Like
What's it say at the top? CH.
Well, then-
Chansey, I think. Is it Chansey?
Chance. Yeah. So tell me, if that got a 1.8, then you would think that X-Men would be roughly a 1.
It's just not worth like.
I
what are you
know,
gonna call it? The texter variant.
but for $1,000, where now minimum you're looking
It's like,
for 8.
they're stupid. Good on Simon. He's nailed it. That's exactly right.
So,
I'd love to hear Spidey's view on that book because given how much he loves Spidey and how much has he got that one?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does, I think.
Number
That's all
1 and 1 and 2, I think, or 1 and 3.
Yeah, you should jump on Spidey while you got the chance. Defend your honor.
Yeah, you missed all
That's
the
why-
books that you want.
That's why I get all my books graded, so then they just draw on the slabs.
Or just lock up your books so they can't get to them.
Any goals for 2025? Got anything in mind?
Me, I've got to start getting back into making pre-recorded videos and getting them up. And obviously I've got C2E2, which I'm going to do. And I'm going to, this time, actually take a proper camera. So I'm going to get proper footage and do some tours. So I'm gonna I'm going to a basketball game as well. So I might
Wait, did you say get a proper camera or bring a proper camera?
take a proper camera.
As in the one that you're
Yeah, my
your
same.
camera.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, if you want to sell that, I know a guy who's interested.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind upgrading my camera. This just because my camcorder, it's great. Like when I'm in here and there's a lot of lighting, but it just the light sensors. It's just too old a camera now. It's like a fucking 6-year-old camera now. Like my phone looks better, but the lens is bigger on my camcorder. So when I do my cropping and stuff, it looks much better when I use my camcorder. But the phone is fucking damn good. But
Is it 1080 though, Simon?
what this?
No, the old one.
No, they're both 4K. Yeah,
It's
they're
both
both 4K.
Cool.
Yeah. So you can tell though when my shots like it's so much brighter when I use my phone. Problem is because I'm using this so much now. Like when I went to the Docklands the other day, Sean, and I filmed pop culture, and then I filmed the Ninja Turtles Expo. I was down to 20% before I had to stop filming.
The other one I found out, and actually this might be useful for you if you're doing a lot of iPhone filming, is there's a new external drive that's got like MagSafe that will actually attach to the side, so you get like extra space if you run out of. Like I've run out of space a few times.
I've got like 6 terabytes of cloud storage, which I will eventually fill because I reckon I've got to be up to 4 terabytes by now, but in my cloud. But yes, I'm thinking about getting a MagSafe. What's it called? Power bank.
Yeah.
Problem is, right? Because look at the Pro, right? So see how I've got this. It's got like the little lip that goes around the edge.
Mm-hmm.
That thing there that protects the lens. See how close that is to the MagSafe? There's a lot of MagSafe products that actually don't sit on this because of this lip. So if you've got the regular non-Pro iPhone, then the camera square is much smaller because it's only got 2 lenses. But because the big one, it's so close to the MagSafe, it's kind of stupid. There's a lot of MagSafe products that don't sit on there.
Wow.
So it's got to be one that's got like no edge.
The Sony has freaking the Samsung has.
Yeah, but the Samsung also doesn't have MagSafe. Or you can get MagSafe cases for it, actually.
But this thing,
I got MagSafe stickers.
Yeah, you know what? Before I had this, I had the 11 Pro, and I bought the MagSafe stickers, and it was like you had to put it in the exact spot because I did it twice, and it would charge. But I'd look at it, and I'd notice the charging thing just flickering on and off every now and then, like it wasn't in the exact perfect spot.
Someone coming to defend himself.
Oh, great.
Defend myself about what?
Yes, there you go.
I didn't even see the message. We've been busy watching stuff on Crunchyroll, and I'm like, oh, I'll just go ahead and have a smoke, have a look at my phone, and go, oh, I didn't even see the message.
Oh, actually, on your smoking, I had to blur you out in my live stream.
Why?
I got someone complained.
Because he smoked a cigarette.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're not allowed to do that on YouTube. I'm like, what?
I do it all the everybody like. I
know you're not monetized.
Biggie's monetized, and Biggie's never been told
monetized. Simon, you'll know this. When you publish a video, you have to check. You have to do a self check about like it doesn't contain
the content that's in there. Yeah, the content that's in there. Yep. So I always choose the first one, which is like that I occasionally swear. And the thing is, the examples they use are like, you use occasional swearing, like damn and stuff. I'm like, what? We say the F-bomb.
There's people that smoke on live streams that are monetized all the time.
Do they? Oh well, yeah. I just was. It's just extra caution.
No, that won't get you demonetized. So you know what? You know what's funny? So I got the Grey Man's video demonetized ages ago because I told him a story. So you guys remember? I don't know if you guys saw my last Simple Stories video about the, all the skinheads. I was telling that story to Grey Man, and then he messaged me like the next day and go, "Your interview got my video demonetized."
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think
they do it for weird, stupid things.
Because bots would have just been like, "Oh, you know what?" I probably also said "W power" in it, so like they probably picked up on that.
Matt's body because you missed it. Yeah.
Fuck off.
There you go. Now you're gonna.
I can keep going. I got this one too.
I have that one.
The early days of like.
I thought you already bought a number 4.
He did.
Ooh, Mad Spidey's got that one too.
Yeah,
I got that one.
I was there.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah, you don't have this one.
No, you can fuck off with that one too. Actually saying that somebody on one of the Facebook groups was no, definitely don't want that copy. Somebody was actually selling. Yeah, you can fuck off with that one too. Somebody was selling a Marvel feature 5.5 slab on one of the groups, and I went $300. I'm like, that's actually not bad a price.
It's all right.
It is.
I don't have $300, but you know, I was.
If I hadn't had bought that, I would have jumped on it straight away.
Yeah, that's all your bloody heroes stuff. That's all your heroes
a big
stuff.
pickup. Most of them are heroes. One was Billy's, one was from a shop in Toronto.
Yeah, I've seen you show all those off.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if anyone was going to jump on, so I needed something to kill some time.
How are you enjoying your holiday, your break?
I can't believe there's already. I'm going to attack by bugs here.
Did it fly down your shirt?
I think it did. Probably. Oh well.
I'll eat it later.
Yeah, exactly. Protein for a midnight snack. I can't believe almost a week's gone already. It's
when do you go back?
On the whatever the Monday is after New Year's. I think the 6th. I think it is.
Yeah, I'm going back on. So I've still got to work out till. So our last day is midday on Tuesday, and then I got off till the 6th.
Yeah. Now, when I was messaging you earlier, like we were around like the Basie, Baroni area, just doing a few errands and stuff like that. And Beck's like, "Can you save Simon's home so we can go and pick up that fucking book?"
Gonna give it me.
Oh God! Can't trust you with anything.
You should have learned that by now, Simon.
Yeah, I know.
He's like 10 minutes away from me, like every week. Doesn't come visit anymore. That Mads party.
No, you're always busy. Oh no, I'm editing videos. Oh no, I'm out doing videos. Oh no, I'm playing with the video. He's always busy.
Too busy streaming though. You are, Spidey, now. Like
I know.
This week, I've never seen you on so many streams this week.
Yeah,
you can tell you're off.
Week's not over yet.
He'll be on Legion's Lair or whatever it is.
That's a bit of an iffy one because it's so late now for us with the bloody daylight saving. Like starting at 11:30, it's a bit Even if I do have the next day off, it's a bit rough.
Actually, what time is it in New York right now? Let's have a look.
It's
okay. So 1 o'clock in the morning, new Superman trailer.
Oh, it's just a teaser, though, isn't it?
No.
It's the actual trailer.
Okay, so yesterday was a teaser that I saw, was it?
Yesterday was a teaser. Tonight, like 9 a.m. Eastern time, and then 6 o'clock.
That teaser that I saw, I was wondering if those bits of everyone looking in the sky was actually in the movie, or if they literally filmed that as a promo.
No, they're in the movie, and I can tell because it's like some of those scenes are from that set footage that they had in that was doing the rounds on the internet. So
yeah,
I haven't even seen the teaser. So
I seen the teaser. They also released the Karate Kid trailer.
Oh, what's that? That looks
I've seen that.
That looks good.
It seems like it's going to be. They've got like an interesting story that they're going with there.
It looks pretty cool.
Apparently, I can't remember. I was watching somebody's channel and they actually showed the trailer and they were talking about it. Apparently, they actually did auditions specifically looking for a kid that actually knew martial arts already. They didn't want somebody to sort of like, do the Hollywoodization type martial arts. They actually wanted a proper like kid martial
that's why it also said introducing Ben Wang, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Is that what they said at the end?
So, well, which I think is good because it, puts a bit of authenticity to it.
I wonder if it ties into the because I haven't watched the newest season of.
It does.
It does. Okay. I do want to watch it. I always watched all the Cobra Kai with one of my mates. And come on, Lee. Hey, Lee, what's going to do on Christmas? No Christmas.
So the last 5 episodes of Cobra Kai have been tying into, I think, where the movie's going to start off from.
Really?
But there's still another 5 episodes of Cobra Kai to come out Feb next year, and then the movie comes out in May.
Yeah, I can't even remember. I think I finished off. I definitely haven't touched the latest season. I don't know the one where they get Terry Silver arrested at the end of that was like the last episode or something. I think that's what I got up to.
That was the last season.
Oh, okay. So I'm only just haven't watched this season then.
Yeah, but it's been released in two 5-episode sections or 6 episodes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back.
Uh,
Gotta have a drink.
Oh, he's on the vino.
Mm.
That's a bit too sophisticated for this stream.
Sophisticated. Well, production values and all. Got to keep the game.
Oh god.
Drag you both up. Simon's doing a good enough job for all of us. It's like Mr. Long form video.
Yeah, well, I like my videos to be 15 minutes, but it's getting harder and harder.
Hey, I don't follow that whole thing. I just do. It's whatever it is.
I know. Well, I've definitely got an audience now that I know that I have. So,
Well, it's like the live stream thing. Oh, we have to keep it to an hour, and it's like I know Simon's told me this, like even in my early days, like it's all to do with retention. So like people generally will not watch a live stream for more than an hour, won't watch a pre-recorded video for more than 10 to 15 minutes. So that's the sort of that's the benchmark. But if it's entertaining, go as long as you fucking want. Who cares?
Yeah, it's just like, look, some people will put it on and have it on in the background while they're doing shit, like a podcast almost. But realistically, how many people are watching a replay when they see that a stream's gone for 6 or 7 hours?
Actually, that's actually a really, really good point. So
actually, you're quite surprised. You'd be surprised. Yeah. I have a few people in the community that actually do that. Will actually watch an entire Outback on replay. As you said, as something in the background. I know a couple of people that do it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, that's the thing. I'll do if I'll tune in during the day. Like I'll literally tune in, tune out, like the whole day on Sunday, depending. But the thing that I've really like changed my content. Like I was like doing massive books alongside like smaller books, and I've realized that there's no benefit doing that on the live streams because ultimately you sort of it doesn't make sense because you might have one big book as the tease in and then just do a whole bunch of smaller books, and that's your thing for like the smaller books. And then you do the big long forms for like, a little bit of history about big books. And to your point, like 15 minutes tops. I'll tell you what surprised me, that Marvel 2-in-1 video I did, I wasn't expecting that to get any hits. It got like 2.5K already.
It also comes down to how much YouTube wants to push the video.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. So it depends. Like sometimes I go, I've got a really good idea. You spend a shit ton of time editing it, and you go, this is perfect for the algorithm, right? And then it just, and then you'll do something, and you just go, you just throw it out there, and it just goes off, and you don't know, no rhyme or reason to it.
YouTube will pick random stuff and just make it show up in everyone's thing.
No, I don't think that's necessarily the case. Simon, correct me, because you know better than anyone, right? Because you've been here the longest. I always watch the trend line now, because when you do your long form, you get this like you see there's this like trend line that shows like is it performing above average or below average, and you know within a day if it's going to be a hit or not.
Yeah, so I was just telling Sean earlier, my video I dropped last night, I don't know, it might have happened only once or twice or never, but I never get a video that hits 1,000 in a day. So yesterday's video hit 1,000 in a day, and I think it's just hopefully going to keep going up. But I very rarely get those videos that go off. Like my videos will build over time.
Yeah.
And obviously I've got certain, like my convention videos do really well, but I've built that over years. People expect those videos every con.
But
so
Simon's videos also, sorry to interrupt, Simon's videos also get repeat views. Like prime example, I remember the one where we did the Halo slab cracking on Simon's channel, and it got a couple of hundred views within the first
Yeah,
month,
the
couple
usual,
of months
yeah.
or whatever.
And then it went
And
off 6
then-
months later.
Yeah, 6 months, 12 months later, it gets another 100 views or another 200 views. So he gets a lot of videos.
I have a theory on that. I have a
Cycling.
theory that because remember when Neville did the slab cracking, and he said, "I've seen some, I've seen some slab crackings out there which were actually absolute nightmare," and I was like, I felt attacked. I felt like he was pointing that at us, mate.
Those bloody slabs are so hard to get into. I hate them. It's like only so much super glue you should be able to use in a slab.
Well, isn't that the whole point of the slab, to be hard to get into?
Yeah, but they might it's like trading cards, right? Like PSA trading cards. The amount of cards that I've cracked open and ended up ditching because they just make it impossible to get into.
I saw Man Cave. You know Man Cave.
Doc.
He ripped open a CGC slab. I think it was because Matilda got. He was on a show with Matilda Gothica. It might have been maybe Cover Slingers, and Matilda Gothica hates slabs, right? And he was like, "Oh, fine, you don't like slabs." And he tore it like a piece of paper, and it just came straight apart. And he pulled the book out and he goes, "There you go, no coffin." We're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that would have been one of the old CGC slabs because they're really thin. The new ones are like really, really solid.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do a video on that because I've only found one way to get in the bloody things, and I've got a CGC. No, you can't, even then it's bloody there, bulletproof.
Oh, I'll get into one. Don't you worry about that.
So the electric seal ones are terrible.
Actually, I need to check in that pile whether any of them. I don't know whether any. I can't remember. I think somebody said one of the ones that I got from C3 was a new slab.
The
Was that? Yeah, but I'm not cracking that one. I'm going to give that to somebody or
and
use it as a
the other one, the Ghost Rider cover. I think you had two. One was a Marvel book and one was Star Wars book. The newer Marvel book, and you said you liked the art.
I can't remember what it fucking was now.
Because I was watching it. I watched it. Yeah. So you had 4 slabs. The first one was you had the Star Wars one. You had the
Daredevil one. I had the
Spawn, wasn't it? Was one of them?
No, they were in comic shells, comic capsules.
But yeah, so the third book you had, Rob said, was the new.
Oh, okay.
The new,
I can go and have a look at that.
So you need a chainsaw to get into it, according to Dave.
That's right. I haven't done chainsaw yet.
No, I haven't done chainsaw. That one, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that one. That
I said to Beck, I said if I'm going to be doing chain, because she's my like extra camera person. I'm like, if I'm going to be doing chainsaw, I think I might need to like get you in like full like welder's outfit and shit like that because I don't want little bits flying everywhere.
Have you done welding equipment?
Dad hasn't got any anymore. Right. Obviously I did the handheld blowtorch, but I haven't done. Yeah, welding's meant for joining, not for opening. But yeah, I need to come up with some ideas. I might just start picking random tools off the shelf and just start whacking shit.
You need a laser. You need a laser.
A freaking laser. Yeah, no, that would be a good idea.
Another one you could do is a magnifying glass.
Oh, that would take forever.
Australian sun, right?
Yeah.
Go do a 24-hour live stream. Set it up in the morning. Come back at night and see if it's open or not.
Yeah.
You could just do. Remember when Russ did that stream? They went for like 10 hours where it was just like an egg. There was one where he did. It was an egg. It was just an egg sitting on a chair for like 12 hours. But if you actually watch the end of it, he smashes the egg with Thor's hammer at the end. I think he did something like that.
I shall call him Mini-Me. Louis!
All right, I'm going to head out, guys.
No, you're not. Are you going to come and bring over the book? Okay, thanks.
Mate, maybe. Well, like I said, after Tuesday, I'll have all the time in the world, mate. So,
yeah, when everybody's going to family.
For it.
Oh, you set it back up.
All right. Well, Love you guys. Hey, do it. There you go. How did you
Just
do the
gotta
fireworks again?
give it a couple of seconds.
How did you do the fireworks again? Oh, there you go.
Like there.
Happy New Year if I don't see you.
Now do 2 thumbs down. Hold it.
Oh, well, he's got a cloud on his.
Yeah,
Must
how's
be an
that
update.
work?
What was
Where's my
that?
cloud?
Is that a new update? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Dave's
have a-
ultra lonely. His cloud's just over him. At least I make my weather controls way more powerful.
You're more like Storm, and he's like Baby Storm.
All right. See you, Old Wolf. I have to go. It's getting late. All right, guys. I'll speak to you soon.
See you soon.
Take care, Dave.
Have a good Christmas. Sorry to see you before.
All right. You too.
Oh,
Any
So-
more hunting for you, Dave, before the end of the year? Or are you coming home?
any more hunting? So I'm going to pop to Melbourne tomorrow. Fly back tomorrow. Probably in the afternoon, I'll go to All Star, pick up my pull list. But I've got like stuff shit ton arriving.
Oh, here's trouble.
There we go.
Mr. Old Wolf.
How you doing?
We
No,
got rid of Simon and we got the upgrade.
Yeah, we'll definitely trade it up. That's for sure.
I mean, it's only what? It's only like what? 8:30 over there.
10:30, but like yes,
10:30.
we sleep.
He told you to wait, Simon. You didn't listen.
I told him
What's it like? 5:30 in the morning over there.
6:30.
30.
Yeah.
So,
Are you looking forward to the Superman trailer in 2.5 hours? No, 3.
Oh, I didn't even know it was gonna hop on. I don't know. I'll see when I see it.
2.5 hours.
He's
You'll
got to
get
wake
it?
up first.
Yeah, I woke up before to go pee, and then I'll hop on. Yeah, I went back to bed. I'm still in my boxes. Don't make
Yeah.
me get up.
I'm not used to you not turning up without a drink.
That's why I'm drinking coffee. I'm always sipping
So
something.
coffee, but you haven't got your.
Yeah, but last time he said that he had a coffee, and I said, "Oh, you can always make it Irish." He went and grabbed the bottle and then made it Irish.
Not now, though. Not now. I gotta go to work. I have to go to work.
No, it's too early.
Oh god,
So, all right. So, do you do these always on Thursdays or something?
he's trying
I'm
to.
trying to get into a routine of at least going live once a week.
All right.
No.
Well, if you go long enough, I'll hop on.
Yeah, Thursday morning. Thursday. What was it? Wednesday morning, you or Thursday? Thursday morning,
It's
right?
Thursday morning.
Yeah. Getting ready for the end of his week.
So you guys are. So it's 10:30 over there.
Yeah, so add 4 hours and go PM or AM. So if you're AM, add 4 hours and we're PM. If you're PM, add 4 hours and we're AM.
Okay. No, I know.
Easy way.
I always
For the East Coast,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for your side of the world of America. Sorry.
6 hours. I think if it's West Coast.
no. I think it would be. They're 3 hours behind me. So right now.
Okay, so 7 hours then.
7. Yeah.
So, hey, so they got the trailer for Superman today. Is that
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
you're telling me?
9 o'clock apparently. ET.
Do you expect it's going to be any good?
I hope so. Can you imagine? It would be.
Did you hear the rumors of what they're doing with Lex Luthor?
No.
What are they doing with Lex Luthor?
So supposedly they're not doing anything that he's ever done before. They're doing a completely different take on him.
Well, it's Nicholas Holt, right?
Yeah.
Is he bald?
They've shown. I've seen images of him bald. If it's something that was done by someone
Lex
online
Lex Luthor.
or actually a proper set image, I don't know. But
Lexi Luthor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking about Perth.
no one knows what Perth time is either way.
Oh, so the guy who played Beast in the X-Men movies is playing.
Yeah, he's. But
it's better than what's his face, Eisenberg.
really,
He was a terrible Luthor.
I after meeting him in real life, I can see how he was playing that character the way he played him.
Why is he a douche?
Not a douche, but he's
actually-
like it's more to life, like the way he really is in real life.
He's not well regarded.
He's very closed off. Like he doesn't like being around people and stuff like that.
Sounds perfect for a comic book movie.
The funny thing is, like, I met him in 2017 at a con, and he had a semi decent line. It wasn't huge, but everyone was just like 10, 20, 30 seconds, sign, gone.
What were they signing?
What?
What were they signing? Like Superman books, Lex Luthor books?
He had the Lex Luthor photos and Superman books, and he had Now You See Me photos and stuff like that from the other movies. But when me and Mickey got to the front of the line, when he heard us talking and he picked the accent, he stayed there talking with us for like 40 minutes and just like proper talking, and everyone else just like 10 seconds. And you can see like his mannerisms. He really doesn't like being around people.
He might be a bit agoraphobic or something.
No, he's introvert. He's very he doesn't like being in the limelight and in the big situation.
Why would you become an actor then?
That's what I was just saying.
No, but acting he's fine on set acting, being in the situation. He just doesn't like the whole promoting of the thing and the interviews and stuff like that.
Well, I suppose like Johnny Depp was like that for like 20, 30 years. Like he wouldn't do interviews, he wouldn't go on talk shows, he wouldn't, have any kind of publicity. He'd sort of shy away from the cameras and stuff like that. But then like in recent years, he's obviously changed that a bit.
Yeah.
I guess
So he was talking about how he loved being here and filming on the Gold Coast and all that. So I get that his take on the character was a lot different than what it should be, but I found it interesting for the movie he was in.
Hey,
so
stop climbing up the door. Oh, sorry, cats are trying to climb up the security door.
I thought you were talking to hostage for a minute.
I thought you were talking about your girlfriend
there. No, that's up the wall.
Oh, well, she's trying to get out.
And that's Simon up the wall, not her.
Oh, Wolf, what have you got recently? Anything good?
Okay, where's my drink?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, back issues. I got a bunch of stuff here, but it's. I took all the names off. I don't know where I got it. I don't even know what's in the box anymore. I just took the names off. So it'll be a surprise for me. But a lot of stuff is a lot of filler, that type of thing. Maybe 1 or 2 new books.
Yeah, I'm in the same sort of boat, like run filling in a minute.
Yeah.
What are you trying to finish, Aldo?
I don't know, but I was thinking. I don't know if I was talking to Simon at the time, Matt's buddy. Just like I said, I don't know how people like they got grails or a plan, right, to finish runs or get certain books. So I think it was I was talking to Matt Spidey. I think I'm gonna try to do the Strange Adventures from 205 to 216, which are the Dead Men issues.
Yeah.
So I mean, I got a few of those books. I got the first one, and I got it as you go down. So I think I'm gonna try to make that as a goal for this year, just to see if I can fill those in. Yeah. I mean, they don't have to be perfect, but and they're not really expensive if you really think about it. So I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
And there's only the 11 books in his run.
Yeah, there's only for that first appearance and his drawings, Neil Adam drawings, stuff like that. It's 205 to 216.
Okay.
I had those books, and they were low grade, but I had those books, and I can't remember what I did with them. I think I sold them at Yarraville when I was there last.
Maybe.
They just didn't. I don't know enough about him, so but I probably I could really appreciate his work, right?
Right.
But it's just I didn't have the knowledge to be able to like appreciate him properly.
And now look, you're kicking yourself in the ass now. Look.
Now I'm kicking myself in the ass. Exactly. I think it was. Yeah. I'll have to go have a look at it.
What books were they?
I think I was talking with you about filling in runs or having goals, right, or something like that. And I'm thinking maybe I will do the Dead Man run in for his first appearance in Strange Adventures. So it goes from 205 to 216. I think I'll set that as a goal to do this year.
There you go.
Yeah. So
See, you actually listened to me for once.
yeah, see.
And is it going to be a go out of your way goal, or just if they come your way goal?
Yeah, I don't know. So maybe I'll because I tend to if I get extra money, I kind of spend it like shiny objects, right? So maybe
That's right. I called you a magpie.
Right, you gave call me magpie. So maybe it'll keep me focused on spending, saving the cash and spending it in a certain way. So.
Well, you've got the big book out of the way, so the rest of it shouldn't be as bad.
Right. That's what I was saying. I got the first one, and I think I have maybe 5 other ones in that run. So I mean, I'm already halfway there. So.
Take it easy, Louie.
Take care, Louie. Thanks for watching.
Later, man, Louie. You too.
And are you? What do you need left, Simon, to finish? Are you doing Defenders and Werewolf?
I still need to finish my Werewolf and I need to check that too. I actually got in that stack of books in C3 another Werewolf book, so I got to check whether I actually need that one for starters. But yeah, I need to finish that Werewolf and Tomb run, seeing that I'm so close. I might just end up going fuck it and just hit eBay and just try and get them because it's too hard to bloody find them. Over here. So.
I haven't. I've done the Werewolf one, but I've not finished the Tomb as well.
Yeah, well, see, I'm closer with the Tomb than I am with the Werewolf. So it's
before you jump to eBay, let me know because obviously Dave's got WonderCon or MegaCon, whichever one it is.
WonderCon.
And I've got C2, E2, and the shops overseas, and we might be able to find them for you before you need to resort to Evil Bay.
So yeah, I definitely want to finish them next year, 100%. Then I want to start working back on my Defenders run again because, as I said, I'm only about halfway through, including the 3 Marvel features, of course.
You don't have any of them?
No, I don't have any of the 3.
I thought you had 2 and 3.
No, I've got one of the. I think I've got the giant size.
No, he's talking volume 1. Oh,
that is volume.
That is volume 1.
It New Defenders.
Yeah, it changes the New Defenders from 126 to 152 or whatever it is.
I always looked at that as volume 2.
So I don't know about. Like, I still have big books on my list. Obviously, the 2 Spidey books, but there are other big books that I want that I'm going to like what I did this year. Focus on it, like maybe 2 or 3 of the bigger books that I really want, and try and focus on those as well, sort of things. So, because most of the big books that I wanted this year, I actually obtained, surprisingly enough. So, I just need to pick which big books I want to go after this year.
Did you think you'd get that Hulk 180? Was that even on your radar?
It's 180 and 181 have been on my list forever. but I'd never think. I thought I've always had a chance of 180. Never at 181 because I don't have that kind of money. But I didn't think I'd pick it up this year. Like that was not actually on my immediate goal list for the year.
What about Mighty World of Marvel 198?
The what 198?
The English version.
Oh.
I've been looking at them on eBay.
I know. Like, if you can't get a 181, that's got the original art, and actually that's affordable.
Mm.
I was watching a #1, and
do you know what I mean? It's like I reckon that's the next. Like literally, I've got 3 copies of that now, and I'm like, it's a great book. It's like 2 years after the original copy. It's got the original art without John Romita's face drawn on. It's got original Herb Trimpe art. Like if you can't afford a 181, I'd be getting that.
Yeah, so I've always been, and I've always said it, and most people know that I say it. If I can't get the original, I don't get it at all. It's like facsimiles and reprints and that. I just hate it.
This is different, mate.
I know it's different, but it's still not the original. And yeah,
hang on. I'm going to show you something, and then you tell me.
For me, that's like buying a Golden Record reprint instead of the original.
I'd buy a Golden Record reprint too.
Yeah, no, I'm not. It takes me big enough to try and get the big boy books, let alone waste my money on one of them. But that's me, though. That's me. That's not everybody else. That's just me.
I do think it's going to actually end up being more. They're going to end up being valuable. So
they already are valuable. They're just not as valuable.
Here we go. Let me bring this up. Yeah, that's the one. Right. Just let me bring this back up.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, Tony?
Yeah, I'd be interested.
What?
On this.
Different country prints of a book.
So that Tony has got the original. That's all Herb Trimpe, not with a Romita face on it for the Hulk.
So is this an English reprint or an Australian reprint?
No. So I interviewed Alan Murray last night. I haven't done the video yet. I'm editing it right now. So I got another interview with him last night, and I actually talked about this. So all the UK books, they're very different to everything else. Marvel US or Marvel New York created these covers and sent them to the UK. So they're actually, it's not like these other reprints where they took cover art and they weren't controlled by Marvel. This was coming from the Marvel US offices to the UK.
Okay.
So they took the original art, redesigned this cover. So the Hulk in the left-hand corner, that in the corner box, is an original Jack Kirby from 1966 that he did for Esquire magazine. So all of these elements have been created in New York by Marvel Ballpen and sent to the UK. So, and I was talking to Alan, asking, why didn't they use the original art from the cover? And they said, well, they used the original art as the basis and didn't bother redrawing it. So that's why it's got the original full art from the cover. So again, the more I dig into this, the more I'm like convinced that these no one realizes these UK reprints were not reprints. They were essentially produced by the US by Marvel New York and sent to the UK, which is completely different to every other reprint.
So you're considering this as a British first print?
I consider this as a British first edition of essentially a Marvel comic. Like it's I'm trying to think. It's like a UK variant that was created by Marvel US by Marvel New York. Like this comes from Marvel. This is not like they send the material over to these and they just reprint it. They created this specifically for the UK market.
So they made them and they boxed them and they sent them over.
No. So what happened is that they would create the artwork,
Right.
like the Marvel New York office, and then they would ship it across to the UK, and the art director would then pull it all together and organize the printing. So I've got like all of these copies of artwork that came from the New York office that they created specifically for these books. So it's essentially another copy of a Marvel comic book, but it just happens to be published in the UK as opposed to published in the US. So that's the major difference between why Marvel UK is so important, because it was essentially an extension of their printing for those comic books. Like it wasn't like a third party, it was Marvel doing it.
Okay. So, but you see it as a first print and not a facsimile.
No, because I see it as a first print for the UK and created specifically for the UK by Marvel US, as opposed to the others, which are just like they send them over. They wouldn't send them. The Marvel reprints had zipper tone on them. They had so they actually went and shaded them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other reprints that you see in other countries were essentially just letraset, not just photocopies, and they were low quality. Whereas these were like boards completely recreated from the original art that were then shipped to the UK, and then they printed it in the UK. So that was the process. Marvel US would create the material, send it to the US.
Okay, I can see it more of a first print then. Because that's, I mean, okay. So, okay, Simon, you're wrong.
So it's a weird situation, but it's taken me over like 2 years to find out how they did it, because I always assumed it was in the UK and just reprinted from cheap reprints, but actually the US office created everything and sent it to them.
So if I was to search that, what is it? Issue? How do I search for that book?
It's Mighty World of Marvel 198.
But Tony, the question was, would you get a book like that in your collection if you couldn't get the original?
Sure.
There you go.
No.
Doesn't mean you're wrong, Simon.
No, it doesn't mean you're.
It just means that's just the way I am. I'd rather not have it than have the not inferior product, but just not the original product sort of thing.
Right. I used to think that too, but the pricing on certain books getting to the dumb place they're getting to.
Like you can buy that. You can buy that for what, $200-300, right? And even in high grade, right? And I guarantee you, as Wolverine becomes more popular and that book becomes more and more expensive, and they weren't printed as heavily as they were in the US either. So that's the other thing you got to think about. Even if you just chucked it in, you've got that book in your collection. Think like 10 years down the line, when suddenly everybody recognizes that this was created in the US for the UK market and is essentially a first print. Mate, it's like you're essentially putting money in the bank.
But still, like I would, for me personally, I would go, here's my 180, here's my 182, and then I've got that in the middle. Nah, not happening.
No, but you know what I do? So actually, that's
okay.
There is an argument to that. So I don't have a AF-15, right?
Well, neither do I.
No, I want one, and I want one.
And so do I.
But I've got an AF-15 facsimile to sort of just hold me over with an original sketch cover. It's not an AF-15, but I'm like that's my. I've got Amazing Spider-Man 1, and I've got my AF-15, and one day I'll get an AF-15 somehow. So it's just almost like your placeholder, and it's a safe placeholder because it's actually going to be something that will gain in value.
Yeah, I use those facsimile as placeholders too because I'll never get those. So that's why I buy a facsimile of some old book that I may want.
Well, if you stop buying bourbon for a year, then maybe you might be able to get these kind of books.
Well, I'd say the same for Dave. If he stops buying Alpha Quest books, he's
yeah,
get his
Hey,
AM.
I'm telling you now, ElfQuest at some point will become a movie, and then you watch, you'll be laughing on the other side of your face. ElfQuest was a good book.
The two people are coming to C2E2.
Are they?
Yeah.
The husband and wife, right? Wasn't husband and wife?
Yeah, Richard and Wendy. It's so funny because I've got everything. Like I don't need to check. That's one of those runs that I don't need to chase anymore. I've got every single one, so that's good, and all signed too.
Jeez.
I love the way.
That's why I go. It keeps popping in my head because every time I look at the C2E2 list, I see them, and ElfQuest just stays prominent in my mind.
You know what's funny about that is like I remember like going up to them because they charge the Fantasy Quarterly one, which I had, and then the run from I think it's number 1 through 23 issues, right, of ElfQuest, which is there for when the Warp Graphics one. And they charge nothing for the first book on the Warp Graphics ones. For the Fantasy Quarterly, they charge $100 to sign that because they hate that book. And they charge $10 per book after the first book, I think. If that's right, Sean, right? Do you remember that?
I didn't go anywhere near them, so I'd be lying.
So they charge like ridiculous amounts of money. So I brought the whole stack, and they're like mint condition. Like they've never been read. Like they've been read once, if at all, right? And I took it to them, and there's like, I'm going, I want the whole run. So could you sign the whole run? And they're like, you do realize that'll cost you like $250. I was like, yeah, that's fine. And you could see them like going, we've never had to do that like before. It's like, so yeah, they signed the whole lot. They did a fantastic job, and yeah, I basically got everything signed.
Were you in a line when you had that done?
They didn't have a big line. I think they had like 2 or 3 people, right, Sean, from memory.
Yeah.
Well,
It
he
wasn't
doesn't
many
remember. He ran away from there.
no,
Nah.
he didn't. He did. He was there. He was there with me.
Not many people from Heroes Con besides the big, like the 10 big names really had lines.
Yeah.
Like,
But I was like, I was always going to get all those books signed, regardless of whatever. I knew exactly what I was letting myself in for because it's worth it. Because they're, and again, they're going to not be around for long. And I want to, take advantage of it because they really did, from an independent publisher standpoint, really did a great job. They're like, who's the guy that did Bone? Like they're in that sort of realm where they went out on their own and tried to make it work.
I think they might be doing the rounds at the moment, get as many shows in as they can, get as many.
Yeah, Dave set him off. He's like, oh, one person gets all these books signed. Maybe somebody else will.
No. Do you know what, though? They're so good. They really love the material that you can go to their website and you can download the whole lot in PDF.
That's a Jeff Smith. Good job.
Jeff Smith, yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, Jeff Smith and Bone, yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I have to go get ready for work.
No, you don't.
See you, Tony.
I gotta buy my bourbon
No.
and food for the kids. Okay,
Books are better for your liver.
that's for sure. All
Good to see you, mate.
right,
Thanks for jumping on, Tony.
thanks for letting me on.
Yeah.
Which mid-grade books are well over $1,000? Is he talking about ElfQuest?
No, he was talking about the Marvel
The
181.
Marvel. Yeah, the whole book is like I haven't seen any for less than like $400 or $500.
Did I ever tell you my Hulk 181 story?
I can't remember.
Possibly.
This is the one where, back when I first started collecting in 2013 again, when I started again, I picked up a copy of Hulk 181 off eBay for $2,500. All right. Got it in hand. Beautiful looking copy. It was advertised as near mint. Sent it to CGC. Got a 9.6. So bear that in mind. Put it on the CGC forums. They were like, what's this stain on the back? So there's a massive stain on this back of this book, right? But somehow they managed to grade it a 9.6. I sell it in, I think, 2016 for $5,000. And now, what's it worth?
Yeah, 9.6 is like freaking 10 grand or something.
Well, it's more than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably more than that.
It's more than that.
I don't think there's not many 9.8s on the census. It's mainly 9.6s and below.
Yeah, that's and then I languished in that for a long time, and then eventually ended up buying a 9.2 to replace my 9.6 that I sold. Had it cleaned and pressed, and it got a 9.4.
Bet you doesn't have a big stain on the back though.
And it does not have a big stain on the back.
Look at the silver lining.
You got rid of the stain.
I got rid of the stain, and I dropped a grade.
And that's the thing, like most people now, especially over here, if they found even a mid-grade 181 for 2.5, would probably jump on it.
Yes,
like
exactly.
I know it has dropped a little bit, like the rest of the market has, but over here it's still a fucking pricey book.
But I think that's the point. Is like now I struggle with letting go of books for that reason, because it's, I've got these two Hulk ones at the moment, right? I've got a 5.0 and a 5.5, and I want to trade them, or I want to trade the 5, but my trade value is going to be like, you got to give me a FF1, or you've got to give me a AF15. Like that's I would trade if someone wanted to trade that. I would do it in a heartbeat for the 5.0.
I think with the way the prices are, even with the drop, I think an AF15, you might be lucky to get a trade for maybe a 1.0 if you're lucky.
No, not that price. No.
Yeah.
The other one I want is an FF1. So it's FF1, Avengers 1, and an AF15. Those three I would trade for a Hulk 1 in a heartbeat.
An FF1, you'd probably, because FF1's still, well, actually they're pretty much on parity, I think, for those
exactly.
Two.
That's what I'm talking about. If someone's got an FF1, they want to do a trade for a Hulk 1.
But an AF15 is still like double, triple the price.
Yeah, I think AF you'd be getting a dirt
one. Yeah, it'd be a 1 or a 1.5 at most.
And FF and Avengers, you might get like
one day I'll show you my real mega book that I haven't, that's still to come.
Captain America 1?
No, not telling
the
you.
one you were telling me about at Heroes.
Did I tell you about it? Actually, what it was?
You might have been you might have been drinking.
Oh, don't tell me.
Is it the DC character one?
Oh God, Sean, shush.
Well, then I don't really care then. If you're gonna say like Captain America 1 or like Marvel.
Oh yeah, you were there. You were there. There's 3 people in that know.
Oh, so it'd be you two and Bubs.
No, not Bubs.
No.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't keep his mouth shut anyway.
It wasn't it Rob?
Jesus, Sean, you've got like the most lippy mouth ever.
I wouldn't have a clue what it is. It'd obviously be an old detective
Just
or an old.
Hold off, book. It's gonna be a fun video one day. Just chill out.
I got the scoop on something over other people.
Yeah, you do.
If it's a DC book, then I'm happy for you, but I don't really care. If it's a Marvel book, then
mate,
I'll disown you.
It's gonna be one of those where everyone's gonna be like, oh, those that know, and those that don't know will just go far out.
I'll be just like, yeah, cool.
No, I do think so. Sean, what do you reckon? I reckon even Spidey with his JD that I don't like DC will go, okay, begrudgingly.
Yeah, I think you'll be impressed by it, Simon.
Oh, if it's and trust me, I've seen a lot of only slabs. I've seen people pull out Action 1s and Tech 27s and all that sort of stuff. And it is still like an awe-inspiring thing. So anything that's early DC, like 40s or 50s, is still awe-inspiring, regardless of my points of view. I still appreciate an old book and a classic book and a big book, regardless of what it is. I will always, regardless of my
That's my
constant
point.
joke of hating on DC, I will still automatically say that is awesome.
You did it this weekend when we did our videos. Like you were like, you know, you were like, oh yeah, I'm really not interested, but actually I appreciate good books.
I do. I still appreciate a good book, regardless of what it is.
Yeah, I appreciate that, mate. It's always good, mate. Honestly, your C3 when you pulled out that still only 35 cents,
Mm.
I was like, you cannot. Do you know how hard it is to find those ones? It is like,
And you know what's funny? The first book I pull out is Bo's missing sketch cover.
I was like, shit.
That was hilarious.
I'm looking at it and going, A, it was great to see all those books and coming out, and you just like, I don't remember buying this.
I know, I never do. I say that every year. Every year, I'm like, did I really buy this? Or I was trying to remember, and even with Beck as well, we were trying to remember because a couple of things were AOK'd to us.
Yeah,
I know one of the Spawn sketch covers, Austin AOK'd it to Beck, and Trev AOK'd me. I think it was the Daredevil book, I think.
and I AOK'd you as well.
Yeah. Was that the big stack of variants?
That's the big stack of variants. Because I was because I need to talk to you about that one because there was a couple of books in there. I was like, oh shit, I should AOK that.
Yeah, God, I'm only keeping all the Marvel books and everything else. I'm like, I don't know what to do with these.
I do have a stack of books. I do have a stack of books for you as well. He's never
What's going on, Ty. Yeah, I have been a little bit of a stream whore this week, Ty. So.
Seriously, mate, you've been everywhere.
And as I said, the week's not finished yet.
So I'm getting. Should be grateful that I've been graced with your presence.
No, I'm never like that. I always feel honored to be let onto people's channels. I've had that view since day one, and I still have that view.
Yeah.
But,
have you seen I've done some more scheduling. I've moved the C3s out to New Year.
Oh, okay. Because they're still got a. Has Rob actually physically sent them yet, or not?
Yeah, he has. He sent it. He sent bits. He sent bits what he's got because this like I don't know if you saw. I was like a little bit. I went a bit.
Yeah, you were like DVH. You went nuts.
I went ridiculous.
But in saying that, and this is what happened with my box. Like I know mine was earlier. Mine was scheduled to arrive to me on the 4th or 5th of December, and it ended up coming almost a week early.
Yeah, mine.
So I know it's getting towards the Christmas time now, so obviously there's the delay in that. But if Rob sent it UPS, you'll probably get it before New Year's. Yeah,
but I've got 2 other shows in front of that now, so I'm going to do I'm going to do a crazy Christmas show Monday morning. And then I'm doing a year in review, which is going to be a very special show.
Yeah. So that reminds me, do either of you two, I can't remember the number, do either of you two have a copy of that Daredevil book? Not the annual, the other one.
Which one? The one that Trev gave you.
There's a lot of Daredevil books. What are you talking about?
Rob will chastise me if I crack that. Because that's a 9.6 old book.
So which one is this? Is this the owl one?
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
That's what I was going to say. If somebody's got a raw copy, I'll just give you the slab if you want it.
Well, I'll give you whatever. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's talk offline, but I'll work something out with you where it's like we'll do FMV or something where you get the raw, so at least you replace it.
Because I actually need that because I've actually got a pretty decent chunk of that run in that thing. So it was actually
seriously, don't mess with a bloody 9.6 slab.
Yeah, seriously. And that's why, like, I understood, like, regardless of my views on slabs, I still, when Rob said that, I said, yeah, like, I understand that because that's probably going a little
Marcus!
How you going, buddy?
The
James.
gatekeeper's in the house.
The shit stirrer.
The shit stirrer,
My
the
favorite
gatekeeper.
shit stirrer circumstances. Love him. I can't wait to see it at Heroes, mate.
He might get an all-in brawl in the middle of the show.
Mate, honestly, he's I had so much fun hanging out with him when he was at Heroes.
Yeah, it was very, very interesting bloke.
Mate, he was a legend. He was like, and his video post Heroes was one of the best in terms of like,
Innocent my ass.
he just showcased
innocent.
everybody. Like he was like so good at just like this is everyone that was there. There was no, everyone gives him shit sometimes, but actually he's again one of the good guys, right?
So he portrays anyway.
Nah, he was.
He was. It's good. It's the end of it. Like everyone finds their niche, and that's like FOC. I love FOC and chill. The biggest, I think, the thing is, and what I like about FOC and chill, it can go anywhere, right? And that's not on Marcus. That's on the bloody audience.
Yeah.
I still love you, Marcus. You know.
I've been on shows like that, on his shows, and watching them and listening to him, and I shit you not, it's like it's so funny because he comes on and he goes, "Oh, what are we going to talk about?" And then someone comes on and just drops a grenade, and it's all over.
Well, that's what happened with his. Like I was actually because I've only ever been on Marcus's show once before, and I jumped on. I could not get a word in edgewise. Drew and Mark just wouldn't shut up the whole time, so I just sat there.
What do you mean?
I just did not get a fucking word in.
Mark's a wallflower.
Wallflower, my ass.
Mark is the quietest shoot. He has no opinions.
But no, I think it was because who else was on? Steve White was on as well. He got maybe 3 words in. I think I got maybe 1 word in, and I think there was 1 or 2 other people. And they've been known. Could not get I almost just left and went, nah, fuck it. There's no point. Like I don't really have much to say, but there's no point if somebody's just going to keep talking over the top of you all the time.
I think, Marcus, was I on your FOC? Well, I was on the chat on FOC and Chill, I think, this week. And there was exactly that point about Mark. And someone was like saying, they were like talking about Mark being opinionated. And I was in the chat, I was like, no, Mark's always right. Except when he's wrong.
Which never happens.
It was still good. It was still good to catch up with Marcus though, because as I said, like it's very rarely that I get a Wednesday off to actually go on. Cassidy, that was funny. Yeah, that person actually, I don't know who the hell they are, but they actually said that in the chat, and that was quite hilarious. But no, it was good. It was good. It was good to jump on because as I said, I've only ever been able to jump on once before. So
I wouldn't mind jumping on FSC and Chill at some point, but I just feel like it would just end up being, to your point, Spidey, you just end up like just being overwhelmed.
I think I know who they are actually. Okay.
It seems like all the good shows that those guys do are always at the worst times for us.
Yeah.
Well, so it's funny because it's if anything midweek is always during our day, right? So we're all at bloody work.
And
there's no way I could get away with getting on a live stream in the middle of the day. Yeah,
I'd have to be not working full stop to be able to. Yeah. Like it's hard enough for me just to watch it. Most times, if I'm commenting on it, I'm driving, and I'm fucking trying to type.
There you go. He's working there.
Yeah. And that's why, like all the US guys, they know. Like I'll always like if I'm going out for a quick smoke or I'm out doing deliveries, and before I go to the next one, I'll just jump in, have a look. and I just say quick hello boys or quick hello legends, and then I turn it off and then go. They know I'm at work, so yeah, that's about all I can do during the day, except for when I'm on holidays and it's on for young and old.
Most people do things on holidays. You go
I
on
got,
live.
both of us are broke, absolutely fucking broke.
Why
We got
wouldn't you do it? Like, here's what actually, Sean, I'm gonna spend the next 2 weeks. Like, screw it. I'm getting deep in terms of getting all videos out, doing that stuff. That's my downtime. This stuff, comics is my downtime. That's my downtime. So I don't care. If I could get on a live stream and show books, I would do it.
I want to, but I have a very big amount of shit I need to do in my backyard at the moment. So every spare minute I have, I got to try and do something.
Oh, you got to clear out the car yard.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get organized and set up, and because I was a little slack this year with all the shit, it's gone from being a 10-minute fix to a 3-hour fix.
To a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
well, and that's my plan. Like these next couple of weeks is to actually try and rack up a whole heap of pre-recorded stuff. I haven't done any for like 2 weeks.
so this is the main reason.
Is that commission, dude?
No, it's just a print I got given as a gift for Christmas from Pop Culture.
That's lovely.
Oh, nice.
So,
That's beautiful.
Canvas? Is that on canvas?
not canvas, but good, like proper quality.
Yeah, it's proper lithograph paper.
And it's signed, and it's what you call it? It's got the.
You don't crease it. Don't crease it.
I don't know if you can. You're not going to be able to see it. It's got like a stamp in the bottom. It's a Sideshow official print.
Yeah, one of the Sideshow prints. Yeah, no, they're really, really good quality, like high quality sort of stuff, and they're generally all limited as well.
Yeah, it was a Christmas present, so I got to find a frame and get it somewhere in my background.
Sean, what we need to do for this, if this is going to be a regular, we're gonna get you some branding.
Branding.
Spidey's got some branding now. I'll do your branding. Okay.
I have branding. It just, for some reason, does not want to work on this laptop.
Are you using StreamYard or?
Yeah, but he's got free StreamYard, so that's why he's got the StreamYard thing up there.
All right, ping me, and we'll work. I've got 4 seats, and I've said to Spidey same thing, right? Like, just we'll work it out.
Right. No stress.
So then you don't have to worry about. You can do all the branding stuff. It's so good, and you've got videos and you got all that stuff.
I don't have videos, but I got like an intro and an outro and all
should
that.
Call it a proper series as well, like the Merry Monday Malcall show, mate. It's like constant branding all the time. It's on a Thursday. You know when it's going. Just put it out there. Schedule the shows, and just do them. Like that's the way you build the audience.
I needed to get myself into the routine of doing it, because I started a few months ago and I did 1 or 2 shows, and then everything got in the way, and now I've forced myself.
Oh, what do you mean? that face, that icon.
You've got to honestly though, mate. You've just got to it's just that consistency. It's the actual lifeblood of YouTube, right? As long as you're doing it every week. That's why I jumped on tonight. It's like, you need to have a consistent schedule. Otherwise, the algorithm doesn't pick it up.
Yeah, pretty much this is locked in. Like I said, next Thursday.
What are you going to call it then?
I will come up with a name. Considering next Thursday's Boxing Day, we'll see if anyone's available to get it done.
All right,
But if
so
not-
what should we do? What should we christen his name? Let's spitball it now. What should we call Czar's Comics and Collectibles and Comics Thursday night stream? What should we call it? It should be like
Perry's
Thursday.
the expert at this stuff, isn't he? He has
Titles,
like 6 channels and
Titles Thursday. I don't know, something like that. Like, what's your?
Fuck off, you stupid bug.
I need something.
How
That
well
would
we
be a good
call
one.
it? Fuck off,
There
you
you go.
stupid
There you go. F off, F off, you stupid bug.
bug.
Every week.
Live.
With Simple Simon.
Sorry, I don't know. Maybe actually, do you know what you should do? You should do the Aussie show. Actually,
The
Like,
Aussie show.
we've
But
got
there's-
Spidey's Outback on the Sunday, which is the perfect like everybody in the world, right? But you just because it's literally just like the Aussie crew on a Thursday night,
Mm.
you know, and almost you need to think about something that is like Aussie related, and you just own it, like the Vegemite Thursdays or something. I don't know.
Bogan's live.
Oh,
Bogan's live. There you go. I like
And
that.
then everybody's going to be like, what the fuck's a bogan? The funny thing is, when the Americans actually say, like, what's a bogan? And I know Louis says it quite often. I'll go, oh, it's like you're like hillbilly or redneck or something like that. And some of them actually get offended. They're like, oh, redneck. Oh, no, we're not a redneck and stuff like that. I'm like, it's just a fun colloquial term. It's nothing derogatory or anything.
Bogan Books.
Bogan Books.
Bogan Books.
Live. Bogan's Comics. Yeah, there could be a few.
I reckon that's probably because we're all a bit bogan, right?
They all say I've got the most Australian accent. I reckon like there's guys that have got way better.
Whack.
Yeah, like Lee is
He's
full ochre. He's full ochre.
Yeah.
He's like, I love Lee for that. It's like I watched his live the other day, and I was like, what the shit is going on?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, he's even Steve, like Steve from Aussieverse, like he's way more like Australian accent than me. Like he's full on, how you going, mate? You know, like that sort of type.
But like it's funny, like I have to say, like the Bose show impresses me more and more every time. Like shit, how does he keep the energy up?
Yeah. It's very, very full on.
And he's a bit like CJ. He's actually a lot.
Oh yeah, he's completely different.
He's a lot milder. He's a lot milder in real life.
Totally mild in person. He's like, he just, I don't know how he switches it on. Like, it is like completely different to what you see in real life.
It's literally like he's got like, I don't know, speed going through his veins or something, or
when he picks up a Spidey book, he's just uncontrollable.
Yeah,
it's so good, so good. He pinged me this week, and he's like, and again, same sort of thing. Like he knows, he cares about other people in terms of like, oh, actually, I saw this. What do you think? Like that's the thing. I love this about this community, right? Everybody goes, oh, I remember you needed this or you like this, so therefore here's this. And it's so good.
Well, that was like obviously he was in the chat earlier, like Tyler, like he knew I was chasing a UF4, and it'd be like every week he would send me a message, hey, I found this one, oh, I found this one, or I found this one. Like he was doing it for about good 6 months until I actually finally bought one over here. But it's just like, I remember you really wanted one, and so he would do that.
Sean will sell you his Clayton Crane.
Nah, fuck that shit. Dodgy crap. Acetate gate. No, I have one, but yeah, I'm not buying that one.
Can I swear, I effing hate that book. I hate that book for what it stands for. I hate it.
see it coming back into some sort of value later on down the
Oh, of
track.
course it will, but it's such a shitty book. It's a and I hate to swear, but it's a shitty book.
Were you doing YouTube when that all hit the fan, Sean? Or
No,
had you? I know you weren't, but I couldn't remember whether Sean was. Yeah, because that was because Chip Getler, the White Shadow, he was the one that broke that story, and that gave him instant fame, but a lot of instant hate as well, and that's why he stopped doing YouTube, because it was such a double-edged sword.
I hate that book.
The only reason I got the book was because he had 3 other Miles books that I wanted, and I just grouped them all.
Look at it good. Like, let's have a look at it, Sean, because I'm like, I mean, I like the idea of that if it was official, but this bloody Frankenstein bullshit, I hate. Like, what did Clayton actually do on it?
He didn't do anything.
He did. He did the acetate part.
Yeah, which is nothing.
It's the original
bagged for me to pull it out.
But Sean, is it the actual? So it's basically a facsimile. Is it a facsimile or is it like what is?
Yeah, it's a
facsimile copy, right? And then it's got this crap on it that's like not even
see, like,
right.
This one is actually, so you're not going to say double stapled. I know a lot of them were.
No, they're all double stapled. That was the whole point.
Ah, was it? I thought.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's why everyone was like, "What the hell is this Frankenstein book?" Because it's basically stapled again to attach the acetate to the cover.
I honestly, I haven't pulled it out. Yeah, it is.
Why are you not pulling it out? What's wrong with you? Are you worried about damaging it?
No, like I told you, my hands are.
Oh, yes, you've got. Yeah.
So I don't want to pull it out next Thursday.
Put some gloves on next Thursday. Okay, on Bogan Books.
Yeah, I'll pull it out. I got no problems pulling it out. I just don't want to.
So what are we settling on? Is it going to be Bogan Books? What are we going to call the series?
I will come up with something, or I might do like a giveaway and get some people suggest a name or something.
No, don't do So I got some good advice from someone who's doing YouTube, and he said to me, "Don't keep doing giveaways because it just sets the scene that you're always going to do giveaways. Like
that's a precedent.
Just do content. Like you just need a good name. Keep doing it every week. Get yourself like regular title, and just keep doing it, and then publish that rather than you don't have to keep doing a giveaway. Because I saw your 200 giveaway, and I was like, mate, you don't need to keep doing that. Like literally, choose a big target, right, and then do a giveaway. Like that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like me. Like I did a few mystery boxes and a few bits and pieces early on, and I was giving away semi-decent books opposed to like what I did for my 700, and I almost felt like I had to keep adding stuff for the 700 because you know what, like one of my 200 subscriber or my 300 subscriber giveaway was like a 7.0 first Prowler. I think my 400 subscriber giveaway was what was that? That was like that was like Punisher #1 and like a 9.6 or something. And yeah, now like the stack of books that I gave away this time was like nothing compared to those books.
Yeah.
Just like literally just the audience will come. You just gotta like be consistent, have a theme, make people, people will tune in like they're doing now, right? Like everyone's tuning in. Like don't force it, right?
The Thursday has been consistent, so I've had people consistently streaming in, and it gets, for my videos, considering that I've been Slack for a year, it gets decent views for me, so I'm happy. So it's slowly building.
Plugging away. Just keep plugging away, mate. It's all good. It'll get there.
I know. That's why my consistency for 2025 is going to go up. And like I said, plan on doing 2 or 3 shows overseas. So I'll get footage from them and get some more consistency in that too. So keep
And
getting
that's what I struggle with. Like, obviously, Outback is consistent, but I can't do consistency with my pre-recordeds. Like, it's too hard for me to do consistency with those. So I just keep plugging away at the pre-recordeds.
I do like your statue stuff's pretty consistent though.
It's consistent, but it's not in a consistent day.
Just do one a week.
Yeah, it's generally one a week, but it could be Monday, could be any day from Monday to Friday, basically. So it's not like always on exactly the same day.
Yeah.
I always find doing it if you can get it done during the beginning of the week, publish it on the Friday or the Thursday our time, and then you get the US audience on the weekend.
Yeah.
And then that leads to you, like for you, Spidey, that's great. If you do Thursday, if you said to yourself, I'll do Thursday to get a long format, then you've got a free reign till Sunday, and then it moves from there. I reckon if you could just nail a video every Thursday, like film it Sunday or whatever, film it after you do Spidey's Outback, then publish it like say Thursday. Then you'd have like 3 days clear. Someone sees that, you can refer to the video and you're Outback, and then move on to the next video. That's how
I generally, as a general thing, I'll usually, like when I'm doing it regularly, like obviously when it's not like Christmas time, fucking stupid work rush, I generally try and do at least a minimum of 2 pre-recordeds a week.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's Tuesday, Thursdays. Then sometimes I can't stick to it, so it might be Tuesday, Friday, or it might be Monday, Wednesday, or it might be Monday, Thursday. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's no general consistency with that side of things, and it's just, it's probably too hard because I do so many different types of videos.
Yeah,
like everything's listed and labeled, and it's like, oh yeah, I like your artist series, I like your statue collection, I like your Mad Mail calls or whatever like that. Obviously, Mad Mail call is totally random because I don't get that many parcels. So,
yeah.
And yes, I said parcels for the people that like me saying parcels. Fucking Papa. I said parcels, and he's like, right to the chat, it's fucking packages or something like that. And I'm just like,
oh, I'll tell you what. When I go to the US and whenever I go and pick up a parcel, right, or if I get something delivered to a hotel, I go, I've got a parcel waiting for me. And they go, what? Oh, a package.
Yeah. A package or a box or a carton or whatever, anything but a parcel.
And they just like, what? What's a parcel? Is that like
maybe
for something in the US?
Maybe on the Mad Mail calls, maybe I'll put like just a one screen thing saying like the definition of parcel. just the shit people.
Parcel equals package equals envelope equals
exactly. Oh god.
Oh, gents, it's been so much fun again hanging out.
It has. I'm going to get this stream ended because it's getting late and I've got my last day of work, if everything goes right, tomorrow. So try and get last 2 jobs done.
And how long are you going to try and take off?
I work pretty much.
Oh, you got the other jobs to do.
No, I just I stay available, but I don't work. Like, this will be the last day of full on.
Yeah.
Start in the morning, finish in the afternoon. Rest will be just if people call, have emergencies, I'll go and things like that. So
yeah, almost like an on-call type scenario.
Yeah, pretty much that's my job all the time. Unless people call, I don't really get work. So getting that done, and then I've focused a little bit more on the website, try and get some more shit listed because I've been going crazy. I've got like 2,500 items on there.
Oh shit!
So with all the pops and the hats and it's just getting crazy.
Yeah.
So we're getting there slowly. But I'm going to end this. Thank you for everyone watching, and thank you to anyone who catches the replay. Any suggestions on stream names, leave them in the comments, and we'll catch you next week.
Take it easy.